Good morning from Australia, everyone. How are you today? I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having a good week. I just thought I would share with you my week four pens that I'm adding to this month's lineup. For those of you who haven't watched my previous videos this month, I decided to do something different and only ink up 6 pens each week and do almost like a hyper focus on those 6 pens. But because I still have ink in a lot of these, I'm only inking up 2 new pens. And I have actually I had already recorded this video. And when I went back to listen to it, the audio was so bad and I couldn't fix it. And I think part of that is my voice. So apologies about that. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Um, and yeah, for whatever reason, it just sounded dreadful. So now I'm re recording and with the hopes that this one turns out a little bit better. Anyway, last week I had a bit of a new pen day. I've been coveting this particular resin that Esterbrook released, I think it was a few years ago now. And it was a limited edition. And so recently they re-released this Blue Moon material, and I was so excited and um, because I really, really wanted one. So this particular resin has the lighter and the darker blue flecks. It is beautiful. It has a medium nib on it. I got mine from Pulp Addiction here in Australia, and when I was doing that, I discovered this Robert Oster Shake and Shimmy Blue Moon ink. And I thought, oh, how perfect those two will be together. As you can see, it's very heavy on the shimmer. And so when I got it, I ended up with this and it would not write. It kept hard starting. It was frustrating me to no end. I tried troubleshooting a few things and it still wouldn't work. So in the end, I ended up flushing it all out, cleaning it, and I ended up inking it up with Orochizuku Konpeki. Now, my thoughts about this, because I still really want to be able to use this ink, is this Orochizuku Konpeki is a beautiful flowing ink. So I might be able to mix a bit of that with a bit of this Robert Oster Blue Moon, and that may work as a better combination for my Blue Moon pen. So stay tuned, that will happen in the future. So that is my first pen that I decided to ink up for this week. My second pen I want to ink up, and I know this is a really expensive little pen, but I love it. I got it last year. It is the Mont Blanc Heritage Baby in ivory. Mine has a beautiful 18 karat medium nib on it. It is a weighty little pen, but perfectly balanced and is just such a smooth rider. It's just lovely. So I've actually got Mont Blanc Burgundy Red in that one. So as far as pens being inked up this week, these are the only two I have that are going to be inked up as such. And I'm going to be going through some of my others that I still have ink in. So this is from week one. This was the Jinhao 9019, and it has Robert Oster Peach in it. This is a chunky pen. It is such a fun pen to write with. Writes really well. Has a massive ink converter, biggest one I have ever seen. Um, anyway, I still have ink in that, so I still want to be able to use that because I just enjoy writing with this pen. This was a gift from Pen Friend Ray. So it's such a fun pen to use. So that will still be that will be written dry. I also have this one, the Twisby Diamond 580. Mine has a medium nib, and I've still got Mont Jane Austen in that, so I want to write that one dry. Um, this one here. I've actually re-inked this one. So I wrote this one dry and then I decided I liked the combination so much that I decided to re-ink it. And I usually put Teranashi Opera Rose in this pen. This is the Just Turning's custom copper line pen that I had Stephen make for my Platinum 3776 14 karat medium nib. It is a beautiful pen to write with. I love it. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, I think I found a new favorite pairing for it, and that is the Robidosta Cafe Crema. So I've re-inked this one and am enjoying writing with it. Um, I also have this one, the Leonardo Memento Zero Grande in Planetary Nebula. That is inked with Ablation Olive. That is still going strong, and it's such a beautiful um, pen to write with, but the ink is just lovely in it as well. So I'm going to keep writing with that until I write it dry. Another pen that we've got here is the Lamy LX Marron medium, inked with Robert Oster Orange Zest. That is going really well. It still has a bit of ink, so I want to use that up. Um, the Platinum 3776, it has Sailor Shikiori Hara Hara, so it still has a bit of ink. I'll write that one dry as well. We have the Pelican M400 with one of my favorite all-time pairings for this pen. It's Sailor Shikiori Tokuamatsu. I haven't found anything else that I like in it more than that Tokuamatsu yet. And I've had this pen for about 4 years now, maybe longer. So beautiful pen. And the other one that I've really enjoyed writing with is this Just Turnings, a matte Alaskan Sunrise. I've got a fine nib or fine yellow nib in it, and it's inked with Ferris wheel press buttered popcorn. Um, I love matte pens. I love the feel of them. They are just so smooth and beautiful. And I've got a few of them now that Stephen has done for me. So I have one in the oil slick material that I call my rainbow pen. I also have my Elvenwood pen, and that's like all in the browns. I actually had it for the first week with Leatherwood Honey, and it's like all matte brown, but they just feel beautiful. So if you don't have a matte pen and you like bespoke pens, I encourage you to get one with a matte finish and just feel the difference between a matte finish and a gloss finish. It's just beautiful. Anyway, so I will be concentrating on writing those dry as well. And then I thought I'd do a little bit of a recap and go through my favorite pen and ink pairings for each week so far. Um, I think the standout for me for week one was I had some gold nib pens, the Pilot Vanishing Point, the Just Turnings Matte Elvenwood. It's got a Mr. Cypress 14 carat medium nib, and my Waterman Karen also has a gold nib on it as well. But the standouts for me, although all of those pens are beautiful to write with, the standouts for me were these two inexpensive pens, the Jinhao 9019 with Robert Oster Peach and the Pilot Kakuna Madarami Brown that has a medium nib, and it was into a Pilot Oroshizuku Asagao. Now, I think it's important to sort of well, you know, I mean, everyone is different. I have some higher end pens as well, but I really love my inexpensive pens. So I had no problems taking these with me wherever I went, whereas I probably wouldn't take a Mont Blanc with me out of the house. And all of my pens I love. So they have been carefully curated over the last 10 years or so. I don't hang on to anything that I don't really love. Pens that I am not reaching for and not using, I tend to sell or give away. So that way I'm just focusing on what I love and enjoying what I have. And so even my inexpensive pens, I absolutely love and I enjoy writing with. And I think that's the thing. Like you can have an inexpensive pen and it can still be a joy to write with and write well. It doesn't have to be a super expensive pen for you to get enjoyment out of using it. And yeah, so they were my two favorites, believe it or not, for week one. I don't know if I'm sort of getting that across very well, but anyway, in my head, I know what I'm saying. I don't often convey it very well. So sorry about that. um, and week two, my standout favorite, even though these are all beautiful pens, my standout favorite was this one, the Just Tunings Custom Copper Line with a platinum nib and inked with Robert Oster Cafe Crema. As I said, I enjoyed it so much, I wrote it dry and I decided to re-ink it. So that was my favourite from week 2. Week 3, that was really hard to have a favourite as well because I actually enjoyed all of these pens. The TWSBI Eco in Indigo Bronze with Diamine Infant 2023 Nightfall. That ink is a beautiful ink. It's a shimmer ink, or I think they call it a chameleon ink. Beautiful ink, but it was almost too wet for the TWSBI Eco. It was interesting. Like, I think next time I might have to try that ink in a drier nibbed pen, and just see what it's like, because I almost felt like this was coming out. It didn't blob or anything like that, but it almost had that really oversaturation sort of feeling when you were writing with it. All these other pens wrote really well. I think my favourites out of uh, week 3 were probably my Platinum 3776 with the Sailor Shikiori Harahara and the Just Turnings Matte Alaskan Sunrise with Ferris wheel pressed buttered popcorn. They were probably my 2 favourites out of week 3. So, and then of course, week 4, we've only got 2 pens inked up. So these are the ones that I'm going to be writing with this coming week. And we'll just concentrate on these ones and see how we go with those. I'm just going to try and push those up. I might put that one there. That one there. So these are the pens. How many we've got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 pens. It's not too bad. But it's been an interesting exercise. The whole reason I wanted to just ink up 6 pens each week was to almost do like a hyper focus in on those 6 pens and really use them and get to know them. Um, I find when I have 20 pens inked up, I tend to just keep reaching for the same pens over and over again. And then I get bored and then I want to ink up more pens. So by doing this, it sort of gave me 6 pens to hyper focus on, to write with, to journal, do my morning pages, write letters, etc. And then I could move on to a new set of 6 pens the following week. Um, Jane from Fountain Pens, Inks and More, I'll put a link to her channel below. She is actually doing a similar thing this month with her pens, and sort of just enables you to mix things up a bit and, you know, just try a different way of doing your currently inked, I guess. Next month, I've actually got something else in store, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you all. And yeah, that's all I've really got. It's a short video this week. My voice is giving out. So I hope wherever you are, you're taking care of yourself. Thank you to everyone who watches, who subscribes, who gives me a thumbs up or leaves a comment. It is greatly appreciated. And I hope to see you back here next time. Bye, everyone. Take care.